Good morning, welcome back, you guys. I am so glad you stopped by today. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day. So this morning I kind of had a little bit of free time. I kind of wanted to sit back and kind of start a tutorial. I did get a couple of emails about wanting to learn crochet. So the two of you that did email me, you're real curious about getting into crocheting, kind of going step by step, learning the basics, and then work on from there. So today, as stated, I'm going to go ahead and go over what I call a single crochet. I'm going to start it out doing the base chain and work our way up. The next video, I will do a tutorial on a double crochet and then work on to a half double crochet, because those are the 3 stitches I'm currently working with. So I'd like to go ahead and just kind of start you all out on the basic and then work our way up. Once we get through all 3 of those, we'll go ahead and we'll take each one of those stitches. Once you all feel familiar with it, we're going to take them and kind of create a pattern, possibly like a pot holder or a washcloth, something simple, until I know that you feel familiar with going on to a little bit more intermediate stitches. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so with today's video, I'm just going to practice with just a random ball of yarn. This yarn here is actually a Premier puzzle yarn. You can actually get it on Premier.com. I believe I've seen this also at Joann's Fabrics. So we're just going to kind of work with this one today. I'm also working with a 5mm hook. You can pretty much use any size hook, but once you start getting into crocheting and you want to kind of follow a pattern, things like that, the best thing I suggest is definitely use the right weight of yarn and the right size hook, as the pattern recommends, to be able to have it come out the right way until you are familiar with each stitch. Okay, so we're going to make our slip knot. And I wrap it around my fingers like this, and I pull the thread through. Place my hook in the hole and just kind of tighten it. You don't want it too tight. You want to be able to adjust your hook. I'm just going to start with a small row today, just to kind of show you the simple single crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and just chain 10, and the way that you chain is, once your hook is in there, you're going to wrap your yarn and pull it through, wrap your yarn and pull it through, and that each time that you pull through is a stitch. So right now, so when you're looking at this here, this knot here, we don't count that as a stitch. You want to count the next one. So far here I've done 1, 2, 3 stitches. There's 3 stitches. There's 3 stitches there. So let's continue here. We're going to do 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, so I have 10 stitches on my chain. Hopefully the camera is picking this up right. Okay, so we're going to start our row, and I'm going to do, as I stated, the single crochet. So not the hole that your hook is in, but the very next stitch. Go into that stitch, wrap your yarn and pull it through. Now you've got 2 loops on that hook. Grab your yarn, wrap it, and pull it through both hooks, or excuse me, both loops, and there's 1 single crochet. And you're going to do that all the way down to the end of the row. Go into the hole, wrap it, you got your 2 loops, wrap, pull through. There's another stitch. Oops, I'm going to pull my yarn out here. Then you're going to go into the next stitch, wrap your yarn and pull it through. You got 2 loops on your hook, wrap and pull through. Again, go into the next one, wrap your yarn, pull it through. You got your 2 loops on the hook, wrap your yarn and pull it through. And just work your way the same way all the way to the last stitch. Go into that hole, wrap your yarn, pull it through, wrap your yarn, go into the next stitch, pull it through. Whoops, I did that. Working on double crochet here, jumping ahead of myself. Sorry about that. So go into the next stitch, wrap your yarn, 2 loops, wrap and pull through. The next one, go in, pull up your yarn. You got the 2 loops on your hook, wrap your yarn, pull it through. So I'm going to work my way to the end here, and we're going to go and show you how to start another row. Okay, so I'm at my last stitch, and I've got my first row of single crochets. So if you actually look at the top of here, you can actually see the stitches along the top here. These are each one of your stitches that you're able to kind of count and keep track of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start another row. So I'm going to turn my pattern. I'm going to chain 1 because a single crochet usually recommends a chain 1. Okay, and then I'm going to start my next row. I'm going to go right into the next stitch, grab that yarn, pull it through, wrap it, pull it through 2 stitches. There's my first one. Go into the next stitch. I'm in the next stitch. Grab my yarn, pull it through, pull through. Same thing, just keep going. Same stitch, or next stitch. Wrap your yarn, pull it through. Go into the next stitch, wrap your yarn, wrap one more time, pull it through both hooks. So you're just going to kind of keep working your way down to that last stitch again on this second row. Next stitch, wrap your yarn, pull it through, wrap your yarn, and there's your next stitch. Now as you go along, to be able to tell again which stitch is what, if you actually look at the top here, I've got 2 stitches left. There's 1 and 2. Then if you actually look at it sideways, some people look at the top, some look at sideways. There's 1 and 2. So I'm going to go and do my last 2 stitches of this row. 1. Oops, I'm sorry, I had 3 stitches here. Okay, there. So now I'm at the end of my second row. So I've got 2 rows here of single crochet so far. Now this is just what I call a swatch. It's just a small example of showing you how to do a stitch like a single crochet and how to do a chain up to keep forming. You can actually do as long of a chain as you want. Just make sure to keep track of the count of the stitches that you're doing, and so you know each row has the same stitches. Okay, so I'm going to turn my pattern again, chain 1, go into the very next stitch, wrap my yarn, pull it through, wrap my yarn, pull it through both hooks. Okay, go into the next stitch, wrap my yarn. I got 2 loops on that hook, wrap my yarn, pull it through. There's my next single crochet. Then I just keep going on down through each stitch. And then once you actually start feeling comfortable with the different stitches, such as the single crochet here, will get a lot faster to where you can actually know which stitch is next and how to perform each stitch. Okay, got one more here, and there is. So now I have 3 rows of single crochet. And then all along the top here, I don't know if my camera's just not working with me today. All across the top here is each stitch that we did. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 3 rows on here. There's 1, 2, and 3. And you just keep working your way along here. Chain 1. Then you're going to go into the next stitch. Pull your yarn through. 2 loops. Wrap, pull through. There's a single crochet. Wrap, or go into the next stitch. Wrap your yarn. Got 2 loops. Wrap your yarn, pull it through. And just keep going in the same format. Next stitch, hook in, wrap the yarn, pull up 2 loops, wrap, pull through. Pretty simple stitch, pretty tight stitch. Single crochet is probably one of the tightest stitches that I have worked with. And it is pretty simple. Now this is a main stitch if you want to do something that has tight stitches where you don't want any loops like in between here showing and that. So as you can tell, it's a pretty tight stitch as you go along. So this is pretty much an example of a single crochet. I do apologize, my camera was kind of messing up a little bit there, and I apologize for that. But the next video we're going to do a double crochet. So as of right now, just go ahead and practice with your single crochet, make a longer chain, and just kind of go with that. Play around with it a little bit, and I will go ahead and do another video tomorrow with the double crochet and kind of go from there. So again, y'all, that was another tutorial that we went through. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope it was slow enough and easy enough to be able to kind of get the idea of the basics of this stitch. If you like the channel and you're wanting to get into crocheting, loom knitting, diamond art, I do videos usually once every other day, kind of show you what I'm working on, do a little chit chat. I kind of like to hear from all of you as well, ones that are crafters, current crafts that you work on, what kind of crafts you like, whether it be crocheting, loom knitting, diamond art, painting, whatever it is. I really like to kind of know what each one of my followers are into as far as the crafting. So please leave me a comment below and let me know. I'm just kind of curious. And I hope that you enjoyed the video today. We will see you on the next video. Keep practicing and hope you enjoy. See you guys next time.